He had a question pertaining inheritance. He said, mashallah, he has one son and one daughter. And I asked him, he said he also have his mother. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah An-Nisa, وَلِأَبَوَيْهِ لِكُلِّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا السُّدُسُ مِمَّا تَرَكَ إِنْ كَانَ لَهُ وَلَدٍ. So the mother gets 1/6 of his inheritance. And of course, may Allah bless you, if your wife is, alhamdulillah, alive, she gets 1/8 of the inheritance, because that you already have children too. And the remaining part will be divided لِلذَّكَرِ مِثْلُ حَظِّ الْأُنْثَيَيْنِ, for a male double the share of a female, in this particular mas'ala. He has 4 properties. He asks whether it is a good idea to divide his inheritance before, after his long life, inshallah, before it's over, or to leave it up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I would also like to add to that, there is a very important thing. When I asked you about your brothers and sisters, even though they are not included in the inheritance, but it is highly recommended to include them in the wasiyah. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, لا وصية لوارث. The wasiyah is prescribed for those who do not have a legal share in the inheritance. So these are your brothers and sisters too. Keep them in your consideration to give them a part. And the wasiyah should be lesser than 1/3. Maximum 1/3, but it is recommended to be lesser than 1/3, because the Prophet ﷺ said to Sa'd, وَالثُّلُثُ كَثِيرٌ, and 1/3 is a lot. Now, in order to resolve this whole issue, we can do the following. The Prophet ﷺ said that it is a must on every person who possesses a property to have his wasiyah written with him, to keep it beneath his pillow or in a safe place, and should not spend a night or two without having his wasiyah written, his will. In the wasiyah, you can resolve this issue simply by saying, I order my wealth to be divided according to the Sharia, or according to the fara'id, or the inheritance law in Islam. And also I'm keeping or saving 1/3, or 1/4, or 1/8 as a wasiyah for 1, 2, 3, 4 of those who are not legally your heirs, because you have children already, alhamdulillah wa shukrillah. So this is the best way in order to diffuse the problem from evolving in the future, inshaAllah azza jal. And meanwhile, because it's properties, you cannot divide them. You cannot say you have 50% of this property versus this and this and that. So afterward, if they want to sell it and everybody gets their share, that's fine. Perhaps one person wants to buy the share of the other in order to keep the property, the integrity of the property, and keep it as a whole. That's up to them. So in your wasiyah, you say that my wealth or my inheritance should be divided according to the Sharia, according to the inheritance law in Islam, and include your brothers and sisters in the wasiyah, because they are not legally amongst the heirs. هذا والله تعالى أعلى وأعلم.